I got to the parking lot. I saw the car with two men. I remember feeling anxious and paranoid. Everything in my body was telling me, no, this is wrong. It was a very dangerous situation. I was really scared.
Ladies, time to prepare for count.
Officers are always yelling for different movements, clear the hallways, quiet down in the bathroom.
I'm told when I can shower, when I can eat, when I can sleep, when I can call home, when I can't.
Prison sucks. It's an emotional torture. You lose control when you're in prison.
When I first got here, I didn't feel like I fit in. But it's not really a place that you want to fit in. I mean, it's prison. My background is middle class, white America. I was raised very well. I have a college education. My thoughts were pretty much like, I don't know how I'm gonna survive. Prison depleted all self-confidence because you go from your whole world of having everything and feeling good to a whole world of having nothing. Carlita.
What's up? Hi.
It's not a normal opportunity in prison in general to teach a class.
I need my proposal for my class, please.
Your proposal?
Yes. I haven't taught for 5.5 years. I get emotional about it because I miss it. I miss being a teacher. I made a decision that threw away my career.
No matter what a woman's charged with, no matter what her crime is, somewhere along the line we find that common thread of bad relationships.
What I've learned about being in unhealthy relationships is how far it can carry on. You really don't know the amount of damage that it does.
The man was a part of my crime. It wasn't just me acting alone. The truth of the matter is, I should never, nor should any other person, ever sacrifice themselves for another person. And I wish I would have known that back then.
When you're in your room in the middle of the night, your mind starts to think about things. Am I okay? Am I the person I'm supposed to be? You know, have I changed?
Prison definitely changes people. You either come out more screwed up than when you went in, or you come out better. The blessing that is in prison, that this is your chance to get right.
I believe wholeheartedly with everything that I am that we can be better, productive members of society.
When I first came to prison, I had no idea that I'd have an opportunity to teach anything, let alone an art class. Oh, I'm bundle of nerves right now. For so long, I feel like I'm never gonna be able to do it again. That time is lost to me, but it's not. So I have this opportunity, so it's anticipation and excitement and anxiety and wanting everybody to be happy. I'm nervous.
It's huge for Betsy to be able to see that in spite of all this tragedy, there is an opportunity to rebuild. It's another kind of pivotal, life-changing moment to realize that all is not lost.
Okay, guys. Hi, everybody. Hi. Hi. I wish I would have known that back then. I wish I would have cared enough about myself as a woman with a career and a bright future to say, hey, You don't deserve me, and I'm not gonna do this for you. I was really embarrassed and ashamed. Like, all the progress that I had made getting sober was like shattered in that moment because it was like it was all being taken away from me. I had given it away so freely to Ellen, then started to get it back, and it got taken. On March 19th, 2009, I was sentenced to 30 years. I was completely devastated.
He was the drug dealer. He was living that life. I was a cocaine addict who went to rehab and got her life back together and still was sentenced to 30 years, so.
So don't limit yourself, okay? But I've taken ownership of my choices and my mistakes and my behavior, and I'm trying very hard to move on.
I can't stand this. Like, I don't know how to do it.
I have a chance at having an opportunity to teach art again.
How do you think this guy was feeling?
What I want to achieve in my class is for people to really think about who they are, what do they stand for. I think when you examine yourself, there's potential for a lot of growth.
Okay, so listen.
Okay.
I suck, so what am I supposed to do if I suck?
You don't suck.
I just encourage them to get going and just go for it. And then your cheek comes out. I felt like, okay, I've still got this.
This space between your eyes should be as big as your eyes.
And I just was able to be in my element and do what I do well. I love it. I think it's great. You know what?
It really helped me to kind of realize that I'm exactly where I need to be. I found total acceptance in my incarceration and that this isn't the end of the road.
Good job.
All right.
I love that you did your own thing.
High five.
Awesome.
Prison has given me back myself. It's actually built me up and given me confidence and self-esteem and made me into the woman I am today, and I'm actually proud of her.